Hi, I want to welcome to you to the research process carried out during the first semester of the 2019. My name is Alison Acosta Daza, and I'm studying politics science. Politics science. The topic for today is sexual violence in the Colombian armed conflict. Well, First, let's review the key concepts. After that, I'm going to talk about the importance of the sexual violence. After that, I also going to expose the political theory of Elizabeth Wood. We are going to see when more cases occurred in the Colombian case and some conclusions on the bibliography. Bibliography. Well, in the key concepts, we have two parts: armed conflict and sexual violence. An armed conflict is a confrontation between two or more groups. They used to use violent mechanisms to obtain the death or total destruction of the enemy. In the Colombian case, we have that the memory center in the databases recognize as an armed actors paramilitaries, a FARC-EP, this is a guerrilla, and a state military. In the part of sexual violence, we have that is an act of a sexual nature, committed without the consent of the person, is obtained through the force, threat, or shooting the victim. Now, why is it important to talk about sexual violence? The reason is that when I review in the memory center databases, as I said, I found that women were the most affected by acts of sexual violence in this war. So it's important also to say that this type of violence includes acts of sexual contents which include rape, harassment, sexual abuse, sexual humiliation, forced marriage, prostitution, and other situations. Then, to recognize the phenomena that I have told you allows to do a memory reconstruction process to avoid the repetition of these acts. Now, Elizabeth Wood. We have that this woman gave me the thesis of sexual violence increase in territories where armed groups are present. What I did was looked for the databases, and I found that the territory of Antioquia was where there were more records than the rest of Colombia. So, when more cases occur in Antioquia. My conclusions of this project are Antioquia was the place where there were more cases of sexual violence. It's important to say that the paramilitaries are the armed group that committed the most sexual violence in Colombian armed conflict. And the sexual violence is a pattern of violence during the war and is used to attack communities, do terrorism, and the weekend of the enemy. And that's all. You can see my reference, and that's all. Bye.